Students, this is Mr. Corgale. I'm coming at you with bug eyes. The focus of this short video is the series of paragraphs, and hopefully if we study hard, we can go from being bugged out about the OSSLT to something more normal. What I want to do is visit the EQAO website. So follow along with me. I'm just going to eqao.com, and I'm going to get out of the way for a moment here. All right, so I'm going to the EQAO website. I'm going to enter. I'm going to try not to get confused with all of this information on the website. What I'm interested in up here is student resources. And this time, for March 26th, I am interested in Ontario Secondary School Literacy Test. So that's where I'm going to go. Once again, I'm going to try to avoid all of this extraneous information. I'm going to go to Sample Test in New Layout, and that's for 2014-2015. And this should take me to a sample test. Here it has a nice little picture for us. For each of the sessions this year, there will be a question booklet and an answer booklet. What I'm doing here is I'm going to go to the question booklet number 2. And what you'll see here is the cover page. When you get your question booklet, your teacher will read these instructions, and you have to take the book out of a plastic bag and match a 12-digit number. It's all very formal, but don't let it get you off your game. Okay, so this is what we want to focus on right here. Writing a minimum of 3 paragraphs expressing an opinion on the topic below. So in English class, hopefully you've come into contact with the 5-paragraph essay. These 3 paragraphs are essentially body paragraphs. You also want to express an opinion. So this is an actual example of what the test will look like. They give you an audience, that is who will be reading your essay, and that's an adult who is interested in your opinion. So for that reason, you want to avoid some slang, things that you might talk to with your friends or with those younger than you. They stipulate that this is for an adult. They also give an indication here of how long your answer should be. The answer should be long enough to fit into the line space provided in the answer booklet. And we'll check out how long that is in just a second. What I want to look at right here is the topic. So in the booklet, they'll give you a question like this. Is it a good idea for high school students to have a part-time job? They ask you not to write in this area. If I were answering this type of question, what I would do is I would make an essay map. I'm just going to go do that now. Hopefully you have some experience with this type of thing. So, an essay map that I enjoy using is on readwritethink.org. So I'm just going to click into there. And right away, as soon as I get that question, I need to start brainstorming about, is it a good idea for students to have a part-time job? Students working. Let's get started. Alright, so right away, something you should know is that on the literacy test, they do not want you to argue both sides of a topic. They want you to decide, yes, it is good for students to have a part-time job, or no, it is not. So I'm going to be arguing the yes side because I think that's the one that I agree with most. So I would start my introduction saying it is good. Oh, I can't do it. As an English teacher, I can't stand that word. I'm going to say it is beneficial for students to hold a part-time job because it increases motivation, it helps students select courses, and it puts students in contact with people they can learn from. And I may change that to adults they can learn from. Because after all, you can learn from your peers right there in high school. You don't need a job for that. But this is my introduction. With the OSSLT, you don't want to get complicated. You don't want to get fancy. This is not necessary. This wouldn't necessarily be a complete introduction in our English classes, but for the sake of the OSSLT, it will work because it answers yes or no. It takes a position. It is beneficial for high school students to hold a part-time job. I've also provided 3 areas of focus. I've said it increases motivation, it helps students select courses, and it puts students in contact with adults they learn from. So those are going to be my 3 subtopics. So as I move down my essay map, I'm going to say students are motivated by money. I'm going to hyphenate that. Uh-oh. Students are motivated by money. And part-time jobs. Obtaining money. Okay. Students are motivated by money, and part-time jobs teach students about the role of education in obtaining money.
Can I make noise?
Nope. Through working part-time jobs, students may so my second point is part-time jobs will actually help you with course selection. So that's second paragraph, or second paragraph. And lastly, I said before that part-time jobs give students access to both role models or mentors as well as co-workers who serve as negative examples. And this is the idea that as we observe other people, we can generalize and take lessons from their life. I'm not going to go through the rest of this essay process, but as you can see, the part that I wanted to show you is it's very important to take a side, yes or no, and the second most important thing is to divide your answer into subtopics, just as you see here. So when you get onto the OSSLT, when you're taking the literacy test, this is step one in writing a series of paragraphs. If you're able to do this, then you're just trying to use the point proof analysis structure. Here's my point. I then have to provide proof about the role of motivation and how money motivates. I need to use specific proof there. Then I would also have to find proof that working part-time jobs, different jobs, would teach students about which pathways they should explore in school. That would talk about choosing maybe university stream versus college stream, apprenticeships and those sorts of things. And over here we're looking at, we would have to find proof that part-time jobs provide opportunity for mentorship, as well as provide the negative examples, who not to follow. I hope that's clear. As mentioned before, I was going to take you to show you the answer booklet. So let's check that out, and that will be all we will look at. So what I'm looking for is how long is this response supposed to be? So I would look into my answer booklet, and I would look for right here these rough notes. This is an area where you might want to draw your essay map, and right here in the answer booklet on page 3, here's the prompt we were given. Is it a good idea for high school students to have a part-time job? And let's just take a look at sort of the ideal length that the EQAO is requiring for your series of paragraphs. So as you can see, it's roughly 2 full pages of writing, and again, a minimum of 3 paragraphs. You might want to include an additional paragraph at the beginning, an introductory paragraph that states your position. And if you have room and you're trying to fill up the page, you could provide a 5th paragraph stating your conclusion. So, in many regards, it's just like the 5-paragraph essay structure that hopefully we've taught you to this point. That's it regarding the task. So this video was just talking about the task of the series of paragraphs. The next video is going to be about the rubric. It's always good to know how are these things graded, so check that one out as well. And study hard. That's it for me.